Hello everyone, welcome back dear students. Let's complete our lessons today. We are gonna to start on chapter 4. In the previous chapter we have learned how to execute a specific code based on a conditional expression. In this chapter we learn how to repeat a certain code for a number of times, which is called loops, using for next and do while. Actually we're gonna to create this application. Let's see it, then we are gonna to learn how can we do it. I created this design by clicking on this toolbox, and then I displayed a button. I want to display the numbers from 1 to 3 in a message box. Let's run the application by clicking on F5, and then now I have this one. This is my form. When I click on this button displaying numbers from 1 to 3, a message box will appear. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Let's learn how can we do it. To understand these items, we said that we will start from a specific value, which is 1, 2, 3. So we start with 4, and then the value is the name which represented the counter, and its type must be numeric, integer or decimal. Then we put the equal sign, then the start value. It was 1 in our form. It's gonna be any number, any started value. So the start value is the value started the counter or the beginning of the repetition in the numeric value to the end value. The end value, this is the end of the counter, and the end of the repetition, it is also numeric value. And then we're gonna to learn also for another project how can we step value. Step value is the increment value of the counter or value over the counter until it reaches at the end of the value. And then we write the code. We're gonna to write the code. Let's see it practical to be more clear. In this project we are gonna to design the form window as the following. Want to display numbers from 1 to 3, so I have a beginning value is 1 till 3. Okay, let's see the code, which was a flow chart, as we can remember from the first term that we studied. We have a start value and end value. In our Visual Basic here, we created this design from the design window. Then we double click on the button, then we declare the value, which is m. This is the number that it is integer. This is the data type. We start with 4 with my starting value. Our starting value here is 1, 2, 3, and then I wanted to show or display them inside a message box. So we write here MSG box, refers to message box, M between quotation, so this is the value that will be displayed on the message box, as we can see here when I run the application. So when I click on this button, a message box will appear for me with the starting values 1, then 2, then 3, then stop because this is the end value. Nothing will be displayed else. Okay, so this was the first one. Let's see another point. How can we display the numbers in a text box, not in the message box? This is our second project or exercise. I wanted to add a text box to the form with the name text box 1, like this, to display the numbers to appear here. Let's do it in our design window by adding text box here, because I want the number will be shown here, not in the message box like the last one. So here, instead of the message box, we will remove it, and then I will write here the code or the assignment statement, because as we know, assignment statement refers to the place where we can find the value. So this assignment statement for the text box refers to the text box that I want to show or display our numbers. Let's run the application and see it. No. So now when I click on this button, display numbers from 1 to 10, from the starting value to the end value, so the numbers will be appear inside the text box. But here is a problem, that the numbers appear in one line, but actually I wanted to display them in multi-lines, not in one line like that, because actually when I see that number I can read it 123, but I wanted them to be 1, enter 2, enter 3, like that, in multi-lines. So what should we do here? First, we should change the text box property to be multi-line, not only one line. From the property window, we got it to be multi-line. When we see multi-line here, we can change it from false to be true. So I can display more than one line inside our text box. Then here we can add and then VBCRLF, VBCRLF, and then see what is the abbreviation for this and what is the function of this word. Actually, let's see from our booklet here. VBCRLF, Visual Basic Carriage Return Line Feed. It means enter or jump to the next line. Show the value in multi-lines. It means by the keyboard language enter. Okay. Then we can write here the variable beside next, but it is optional. You can write it or not. The same, we write the variable value, which is M, here beside next. You can write it or not. The same way, both are available, both are right. But the most important to put the assignment statement right correctly, because now I determine where is the place that I wanted to show or display my value. Let's see it in our form here. Let's run the application and then display them. We must make it bigger to contain all the numbers. Then run the application or the form, display them in our text box. So now we have these numbers in multi-lines from the start value to the end value for next. For example, we're gonna to imagine with me, we're gonna to create a timetable for any timetable. So we need the numbers from 1 to 10 or from 1 to 12 with this shape or sequence, 1, 2, 3 in many lines, and also we can add many functions or equation, as we will see in the next example. So these are about for and next. Let's take a look here. We started with this project to show or display the numbers from 1 to 3 in a message box. Also we can message box like this, and also we can display or show the numbers in the text box, and also we can display them in multi-lines, not only in the same line like this. And VBCRLF refers to Visual Basic Carriage Return Line Feed, to put the numbers in multi-lines or enter. Wish you understand our project today, and it's a great way to do it practical, to learn more and understand each point. And thank you. See you soon.